guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm doing a mid-year book tag. I've been seeing a lot of people do these and I decided I wanted to do one, so here we are. I took a bunch of questions from everyone's videos, so I just kind of put all of their questions into one. This year is like my first year actually reading consistently, so we have a lot of new, exciting, fun reads to go through. And I know I'm going to be talking a lot, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first question is my favorite book of the year, and so far that has been Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I also just recently reread this book before Reckless came out. The banter in this book is truly just unmatched. I honestly don't know when another book is gonna make me feel like how this book made me feel. It was a true 5 stars. Because a while ago, I would say Fourth Wing was my favorite book of the year. But after I've read more, I feel like rereading it now, I think I would put Powerless over that. I think just because Fourth Wing was like the true first fantasy book that I ever read. Fourth Wing made me fall in love with fantasy, so that's why it was my favorite. But definitely after rereading Powerless, I'm like, and how excited I was for like the novella and Reckless to come out, I was like, yeah, Powerless is definitely my favorite book of the year. The next question is the most disappointing read of 2024 so far, and that is none other than The Housemaid is Watching by Freida McFadden. This book was just one of my most anticipated releases of the year. I love Freida McFadden. I gave every single one of her books I've read so far a 5 stars. This is the first one that I haven't given 5 stars, and it's very disappointing. I think I just went in with such high expectations and they didn't meet those expectations, so therefore it was the most disappointing. It was good and I still enjoyed it, but the hype that I put on it in my head, it just didn't live up to those expectations. I feel like everyone's kind of having the same opinions about this one. If this series just stuck with the first 2 books, it would have been amazing. This was just not needed. I don't think it was needed. My most surprising book of the year, it's the Heartstopper series. These books are literally just so cute, so good. I think about these characters on the daily. These are graphic novels, so I didn't know how I was gonna feel about that, but they're literally so cute. I love these books with my whole heart. I finished this whole series in less than 24 hours, and I'm actually really mad that I finished it that fast because I should have savored them more. But it was just so bingeable, such fast reads. Like, I was just flying through them and I was like, I don't want to stop. And I'm really just waiting for the next one to come out. There is no release date, but I'm really praying soon because I need the next one so bad. And they're also not just cute, they also have some hard topics in them. The fact that these also had that in it added an extra element to the story. This was definitely the most surprising because I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. This is a 5-star series. The next one is my favorite new to me author, whatever you want to call it. I picked 3 for these. I could honestly pick so many, but I just tried to stick to as little as possible. One is obviously Freida McFadden. I've read a lot of her books now. As I said, I rated all of her books 5 stars except for The Housemaid's Watching. Disappointing, but it's fine, we're all fine. I really love Freida McFadden because she always gets me out of a reading slump. Her books are so fast paced, the plot twist always has my jaw on the floor. Next author is Jessa Hastings. She wrote the Magnolia Park series. Now I've only read the first 2 books in this series, but her writing is just so good. I love her writing so much. These books are literally so heartbreaking. I love and hate every character in this series, and for an author to do that, like, that's an amazing thing to do. And this series is very controversial. You either love it or you absolutely hate it. And for me, I absolutely love it. It just really gets to me, honestly. The last author I chose is Holly Jackson. She wrote the Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I've read every single book that Holly Jackson has out now. I met her in person. She was so funny. She was so nice. I loved her. And this series is being made into a TV show right now. And I'm actually very mad because it's out in the UK now, but it doesn't come out in the US until August 1st. So I'm seeing TikToks of people watching it and I'm like, I can't. I'm really mad. The next one is Fictional Crush, and I have a lot, okay? But my number 1 I would have to say is Kai from Powerless. He just knows what to say, he knows what to do, he's just such a baddie. I honestly just think no one can compare to this man. I wish this man was real because I would be on that, as I'm sure we all would. Literally everyone that's ever read Powerless, Kai is their fictional crush also. I'm not crazy, I promise. The next one is a book that made me me cry. I have two for this. The first one is If Only I Had Told Her. Now, I didn't really like this book, or the first one for that matter, but it did make me cry. So if you're looking for a good cry, this one was just really sad. Like, it had no plot to it. It was just really sad because it was like the aftermath of something that happened in the first book. The next book I have is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This book was literally so good. This is one of my top reads for the year for sure. It's just a cute little romance, but it's so much more than that. It kind of like basically talks about how we change over time, and as we grow up, our mindset changes and our lifestyle change. It just really made me think about life so hard, and that's why it made me cry. It didn't make me cry like a sad cry. It just made me cry as in like, I don't even know why I cried. I just cried because it was so emotional. Because it wasn't like I was sad reading it. It was just like, oh, this is life. You know what I mean? It was just such like a realization. I think everyone should read this book. It is so amazing. Okay, the next one on a happy note is a book that made me happy. And I chose Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. I just love this series so much so far. Anytime I need a light, fluffy romance, these always do the job. I'm just always giggling and kicking my feet when I read one of these books. It's a little cowboy romance, but don't let that knock you because I didn't think I would be into cowboys either, and I am now. Now, books I've been putting off. I have two for these. The first one is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Okay, the reason I've been putting this book off is because it is thick and chunky, and the font is small too. Like, it's not even just the size. The font in it is so tiny. And I've just heard not good things, honestly. I feel like I could go in with the right mindset because now I know that it's more fantasy than romance, like very little romance, heavy on the fantasy. So I feel like I'm just going in with the expectations now that it's not going to be that good. So maybe I'll probably like it more if I'm going in with low expectations. I don't know. I'm just scared because, like I said, Fourth Wing was one of my favorite reads. Yeah, this just really intimidates me, to be honest. I think I'm gonna have to listen to this on like Audible or something because I feel like reading this is literally gonna take me like 2 months. It's just so long. It's so big. I'm like, how much do you really have to say? The next one is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the second book to Divine Rivals, and I love Divine Rivals. That was a 5-star read for me. And same reason as the last one. People say that this is more fantasy than the romance, and the romance is why I liked the first book. The fantasy part of the first book, I really wasn't that interested. I like war and the gods, and I was just like, eh. And I heard that this book is like all about the gods and their war and stuff, and I just don't know if I'm gonna like that, to be honest. So I've just been putting this off. I'll probably listen to this on Audible as well, just so that I can like get through it. Maybe the little sprinkles of romance will keep me going, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, the next one, a book I enjoyed with mixed reviews. Credence by Penelope Douglas. See, I don't know if I can confidently say I enjoyed it. I'm still honestly really confused. I gave this book a 4 stars, but honestly, I still don't know my rating. Like, I really still don't know. Because I liked it, but at the same time, like, I was disturbed. So, I don't know. I'm glad I know why this book is so controversial now. I also don't know how I feel because it did mess me up a tad. But I mean, like, I did like it because the people that I wanted to be together ended up together in the end. Like, Uncle Jake, come on. Cousins, come on. Like, I don't know. The series that I want to finish this year, I have 3 of them. So the first series that I want to finish is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've read the first 2 in the series, The Naturals and Killer Instinct. I still need to get All In and Bad Blood, but I'm definitely gonna finish those this year because they're really fast-paced, like really easy reads, thrillers. You know, when you're in a slump, you just go to these. And I'm really excited to continue these. I really liked these. The next series I want to finish this year is the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. I have read Flawless and Heartless. I just have the last 3 left. Powerless, Hopeless, Reckless. So far I've given both of these a 4.5. I just really love this series. Like, it's just so cute. They're so good. Also, they're just so pretty. Like, it just gives summer. So I hope that I can finish these before the summer ends because I want to read all of them this year, but it obviously gives like summer vibes, so I really need to like get a move on. The next series I want to finish this year is Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. I've also read the first 2 books in this series, Magnolia Parks and and Daisy Hates. I gave both of these a 5 stars. Literally amazing. So I just have Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home, Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. These books are pretty thick, so it does take quite a bit of time to get through one, but I'm literally so excited because obviously the first 2 were 5 stars, so I can't wait to continue, and I know they just get better and better. So I imagine this whole series to be 5 stars for me. I literally can't wait to continue. I feel like I could definitely finish this by the end of the year for sure. Next is new releases that I still haven't read. The first one is a novel love story by Ashley Poston. Obviously I love The 7-Year Slip, so I have to read that one by her. I just need to go get it from Barnes & Noble, but I'm kind of broke right now, so we're not doing that. The next one is Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I read Nora Goes Off Script by her and loved that book. And I saw Destiny give this book 5 stars and that this is her favorite of all of her books, so I'm really excited to read this. And it's a summer book, we're in summer, it's like the perfect time. This is on my TBR for this month, so I'm probably going to get to it this month. My most anticipated release for this year, which I'm sure is everyone else's too, but it's Reckless by Lauren Roberts. It literally came out yesterday. I think by the time y'all are watching this, it'll probably be like 2 days, 3 days ago or whatever. I did start it, but I'm only on page 43. But I literally love it already, of course. I love being back in this world. I love being back with Lauren Roberts writing. I'm honestly really scared to finish it. Like, I kind of want to take my time with it because she just announced that the next book is coming out April 2025. So we got like kind of a whole nother year for the next book. So I kind of want to like savor this book, but at the same time, I don't want to get spoiled. And I know everyone's reading right now, everyone's posting about it, so I'm really scared to get spoiled if I don't finish this. So I just really need to stay off social media, but it's really hard to do that, so we'll see. Okay, the last question I have today is, do I think I will reach my reading goal? Definitely yes. I set my goal as 50 because the beginning of this year is kind of when I started getting into reading. I didn't really know how much books I read on average per month. Now that I do, I definitely would have bumped up my goal. I set my goal as 50 and I've read 37 this year. My Goodreads tells me I'm 12 books ahead of schedule. I'm definitely gonna pass that up. I'm gonna make my reading goal higher next year just because I know kind of how much books I read each month. But anyways, that is the end of today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all got some recommendations from this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.